Simon & Schuster Audio presents Money, A Story of Humanity, written and read by David Mcwilliams. Foreword by Michael Lewis, 2024.
One of the fascinating things about this book is the way it connects money to important historical events that you may never have imagined having anything to do with it. Even if you knew that various Roman emperors bankrolled their lifestyles by debasing their currencies, you likely never appreciated just how bound up the collapse of the Roman Empire was with currency debasement. And who knew that Charles Darwin lost a fortune speculating in railway stocks, and that his theory of evolution sprang in part from his interest in economics. David Mcwilliams has written not just a history of innovations in money and finance. He's created a persuasive new argument for that history's importance. The gist of his argument is this: where money and financial innovation is present, all sorts of valuable stuff occurs that doesn't occur where money and financial innovation is absent. Foreign trade is an obvious example, but there are many less obvious ones. The history of financial innovation maps pretty neatly onto the history of art, for instance, at least as art history is conventionally understood. Every traveler who has made a pilgrimage to the shrines of Western civilization, ancient Greece, Renaissance Florence, 17th century Holland, has, into the bargain, without knowing it, toured the history of financial innovation. Every great art boom appears to have been triggered by the invention of some version of the credit default swap. Mcwilliams' sketches of financial innovators are another source of delight here. There seems to be some fixed rule that the men, and it seems to invariably have been men, who engage in financial innovation are precisely those you hope your daughter never meets. Johannes Gutenberg, Pope Pius II, John Law. Mcwilliams' narrative is a relay race run by cheaters who pass the baton to scoundrels who then hand it off to swindlers. The money team has a unique talent for earning other people's trust to do new things with their money. Trust naturally becomes a central theme in these pages. The various inventions in money and finance, coins, balance sheets, double-entry accounting, reserve currencies, paper money, central banks, mortgages, and so on, are each an expression of a species of trust that appears to have the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?